2-win day for you guys, setting you up for the playoffs right now, and I know that's exactly what you're playing for at this time of year, so how does that feel?
Yeah, awesome. I mean, now we know we're obviously 1-2. I think depending on what happens out there, we want to get first place and have Hammer in our crossover game. That's the goal now.
What's been the key to this week so far? I know like you started off as the conditions that you went for that precision. It seems like we've gotten to that point now. And what's been the benefit?
Ice is great now. With frost, the frost didn't affect it as much. It probably looked a lot worse than it was. But yeah, we come out right away and played good in the first game, and that was key. We've probably been notorious slower starters and try to get better as the week goes on, but this week we started a little bit at a higher level, and we're sustaining that, and I think still building, so we can only get better.
You guys have had the chance to play with Brendan for at least a few months now, and it's not as much of a it wasn't even a rough transition to begin with, but you've had a chance to develop and get used to each other. I mean, how has that kind of benefited you guys, and what's been working for you guys in that transition?
Yeah, I think just a lot of hard work, and obviously Brendan and I have been able to practice together with Geoff in Edmonton. We've made some trips to St. John's and had some good training camps together, and he fit in really well right away. We just weren't getting the results, and it was nothing to do with Brendan. It was just all of us weren't really as sharp as we should have been, and I think now we're getting to that point where we're feeling really good and confident.
This morning you had an extra game or close game against Kui there. How important is it to have games like that late in the round robin as you get ready for these big ones that are coming up?
Yeah, it is good. It's always nice to sort of feel the nerves, and you're the only sheet out there at the end of the game, and you get to get those higher intense situations, and I think that's always good. It brings that element back into it, and it's nice to squeak out those games too, obviously, and get a win.
Is this team where it needs to be right now to pick up another Brier title?
I think we're close. I think we're all happy with the way things are going and the way we're playing. You got to get some luck along the way, but I think if we play like the way we've been playing, we're going to give ourselves a good shot.
It's a bounce back win for you guys, though. I know obviously not the way that you probably wanted the week to go ultimately.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. We've been playing some really good curling, clicking as a team, but just on the wrong side of lots of good games, actually. Like every game we've had has been really tight, and yeah, unfortunately we're out, but it's been good for us still.
It's always memorable to be at a Brier and compete at a Brier, isn't it? Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been lots of fun.
Do you have your family here or anything like that? I thought I saw. Or
Yeah. My wife and kids and dad and a whole bunch of people are out here supporting us, so it's lots of fun.
How important is it for you guys to finish this week strong?
Pretty important. It's always nice to have a non-losing record, so if we can win tomorrow, we'll finish 4-4, which is better than 3-5, and yeah, actually just for the trial spot, every point matters to us right now, so a few extra points tomorrow would be pretty helpful for us.
Yeah, it's always a big grind this time of year to get through that and figure that out. Anything else that you kind of felt like you guys needed to improve on or have improved on throughout the week?
Just winning the tight games. That's all we needed to do. Just bear down and make a couple more shots, and yeah, we could have been right there. Like just those extra end games that we lost. Makes all the difference.
Great job. Congrats on the win. How have you guys felt the week has progressed for you so far?
Yeah, really well. I mean, we've got a good chance tomorrow if we play well and win a game to go 6-2, and if that happens, and if you would have told us at the start of the week that we would be 6-2 with the pool that we're in, we would have gladly taken that. Turns out that if we win tomorrow, we're going to need a little bit of help. So, that's just it's tough when it's not in your control. But first things first, we got to get the job done and get a win tomorrow, and then we got to kind of watch and hope.
How proud are you, the guys, just for what they've been able to do this week for you, and what has that meant?
Yeah, definitely. First time together in a big event as a squad, and I think we have a lot to be proud of. We've got a lot to take away from whatever happens with tomorrow. We've got a lot to take away and work on moving forward as we hope to be in a lot of other big events. But no, I'm really proud with the way they've played, and I mean I'm not shocked. They just battle hard all the time for me.
Talking about big events, trials, pre-trials, obviously. I mean, is that something you guys keep kind of a close eye on? I know teams have spreadsheets where they're kind of tracking all that. Is that something you guys do on your team.
Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, we've got not my job, but I do know where it's at. That's Tanner looks after all the points, and he's got it all figured out, all the scenarios, and so yeah, we're definitely looking close. That would be that's the ultimate goal is to get to Halifax for the trials in November.
Yeah, and obviously win tomorrow and a few more games this weekend will do it for you. Where do you hope to progress this week? Like, are you at that level that you guys think you need to be to compete over the weekend?
Yeah, we're really close. It feels like we're we're just a couple shots here or there from kind of going on a bit of a heater. It feels like we're making 6 to 7 shots and then just not quite nailing that 8 in a row. And I think we know we can feel that we're close to that. And once that happens, I think if we're fortunate enough to get a chance to play on the weekend, I think we could do some damage.
Yeah, huge win. Lose that one, we're out. So big win.
Just talk about that shot in 8, or how big that was, and what you saw.
Yeah, I mean we had a lot of opportunities throughout the game. Missed a bad draw in third end, I think. So that was just another opportunity. We had opportunities with the hammer all game, and it's just about time we capitalized on one. So really want to make that one fun team shot.
What's the game plan going into today, Matt? Did it change at all given the Manitoba rivalry?
No, I mean naturally everything's going to be a little bit more fierce, a little bit more fiery just because of that rivalry. But we just had to put together a full 10-end game, which we hadn't necessarily done that yet this week, and today was a step in the right direction. We just grinded, we weathered the storm early in the first 5, and just took over the game in the last half.
Getting the deuce in 5 and going into the interval, how big was that in terms of getting the mind right and getting the momentum back?
Enormous. I mean, most of the end was looking like a force, and sneak away with a deuce, brand new ball game heading into the second half.
Look ahead to tomorrow. Goo, obviously, first place on the line. How big a deal is that for you guys?
Yeah, I think been waiting for that matchup ever since the draw came out. So happy it's here. I like the way we're trending right now, and I think tomorrow's gonna be a great game with 2 of the country's best.
And what was it like to play against your former third?
Yeah, I mean, a little strange, obviously, just given the newness of the last few months, but 3/4 of that team is former teammates of mine, so nothing new, just a little bit different, given the circumstances of this season and whatnot, and he obviously hasn't missed a beat either. He played great tonight.
And what's it like for you having the Brush brothers reunited? What's that like?
A lot of fun. They're such a fun, fiery, intense pairing, and the dynamic they have. A, you can tell they're brothers, and B, that they've played together for the better half of 2+ decades, I guess. A lot of fun. They're total gamers, complete winners, and they're a huge part in why we win games like we did tonight.
Do you like your chances tomorrow?
Of course, yeah. I mean, we played Brad once in December with this lineup. We won that game. So yeah, we're a confident group. We've been on a heck of a stretch the last 2 months, and now we've kind of put ourselves in a position where it's go time now.
Thanks, Matt.